Hey party people, this is Jeremy for MVM, and today I'm here with the Kickstarter preview for Mint Control, and this is a game by 524 Labs. It is a 1 to 4 player game, plays in about 20 minutes. And first of all, if you're familiar with 524 Labs, they make these Mint games. This is their area control game, but they come from a line of worker placement, Mint Works. They have a pickup and delivery game, which is Mint Delivery, and they also have a cooperative game, which was on Kickstarter last year, and I did a preview here on MVM for it, and that was Mint Cooperative. And now here we are with the area control game. So what are we doing? We are going to be still using mints that you're not supposed to eat, and we are trying to influence locations. You'll be taking tiles that have actions and perks on them, and players will be able to follow you with the actions. And what you're ultimately trying to do is place these influence candy tokens, and whoever places their 5th one will win the game. There's a little bit of variety to how this game works because different locations will come out, changes how the game plays every single time. So let's go ahead and take a look at it on the table. It's a very quick game to learn, and of course, there's always going to be a little bit of strategy, more than meets the eye when you play these types of games. Let's go ahead and get to the boards. We are all set up for a game of Mint Control, but I'm going to walk you through it anyway. First, we're going to have 5 action tiles. These are not double-sided, but those are your 5 actions for the game, and we'll talk about what each one of them does. And then we have our cards, our location cards. This is actually coming from a deck of where you're going to deal them out. They all have different abilities, or I should say benefits, and different points. And you want to score the most points by having control of these locations. But how you deal them out is important because you're going to be looking at these influence markers here. And as you lay them out, you're going to be counting up to 5 times how many players we have. So we want to have at least 15 of these presence in the game, so you can kind of overlap. I have exactly 15 out here. And then we're going to give each player their little candies here, matching the color they've chosen, and 2 mints. One player with the freshest breath will get the starting marker here, and I should say that these mints right here are a finite resource. You cannot get some if there are none there. So it's really interesting how that strategy plays out. That is the setup. Let's go ahead and get to the actions. Looks like I'm going to be starting with the green player, and a player turn goes like this. They will take a tile, and they will take the top action, and they will also receive a perk. So the green player is going to gain 1 mint token, and they're also going to get another. But their opponents also get the top action as well, so they're going to get 1 mint token as well. And that's the earn action. Let's see, the orange player is going to take the scavenge action, which gives all the other players no effect, but they do get the perk here. So the player here is going to decide whether they want to gain 1 from the supply here, or they want to steal 1 from the other players. I think we're going to go ahead and steal from the green player over here. And then finally, in this round here, we're going to have the blue player is going to play influence. So what they're going to do is they're going to pay to put their influence markers on one of these spots, and as you can see, the cost for those, but the blue player, gets a discount. So maybe I want to pay 0 here because I get to pay 1 less. So I'm going to do that and go ahead and place this on here. And all the other players can pay influence, but they have to pay the exact cost. So for the orange player, they may have to pay 3 to get on the gallery. All right, and the green player wants to pay 1 to go, oh, whoops, sorry about that, pay 1 to go on the City Hall. And that's really the round right there. Those are the 3 easiest actions. Once we're done taking turns, if there are not enough tiles for us to go again, then we will end the round. And the starting player will move over. Now, those are the 3 easiest actions. I'm going to go ahead and cut to another setup here for the more advanced actions there. For these final 2 examples, I'm not going to do the effects for everybody else. I'm just going to show you how they work. So for example, right here, the orange player is going to pick oust, okay? And every player is going to gain 1 of these. So I'll just give myself 1 and everybody else would get 1 as well. But the perk action for this one is the player gets to play 1 and kick someone out of a location. And when they do, that player will receive the bonus here. And some of these are actions and some of them are just more of these mints. So for example, if I paid 1, I'll kick, let's say, the green player out of this location. And when I do, they will receive this benefit in the corner here for that example. And let's say I want to pay 3 more and I want to kick somebody out of a location as well. I'm going to kick, let's see, the green player out of here as well. And now the green player gets to place one of their influence markers for free. So they're going to go ahead and go maybe, let's go right back there. All right, that kind of thing. So that's that action in a nutshell. Finally, we have presence. Now, what all players are going to do is look at the places where they have these influence markers and look for the presence bonus in the bottom right corner. So, for example, the blue currently has influence here, and they will receive a mint, and they would also receive a mint. The second part, and everybody else would do the exact same thing, but also notice that the orange player wouldn't receive anything from there. But lastly, the perk here is that the player who currently gets the perk of wherever they have control, they don't have control here, they get to choose one location to get the oust bonus as well, wherever they have control. And of course, I'm going to take that one because it's the only one I have control of. And that is all the actions in the game. And of course, we would finish off the round by taking one of these and everybody would get those actions. But play will continue until one player gets all 5 of their influence markers out there. And when they do, we will look for control in each one of these spots, whoever has the most, and they will get the points. But I'm just going to add these up right now where we are. So it looks like blue has 3 right here. Orange has 2 from here, and then also 2 from here because they get 1 star for each one that they have here. So they have 4, and then green player has 2. So it looks like orange is in the lead. And that's basically the game of mint control. Let's go ahead and get to my final thoughts. Hopefully you got an idea of how the game plays. All right, y'all, final thoughts here on mint control. Now, this is one of those things about 524 Labs that I can just say overall, because I am a fanboy sort of about these games, is they're highly portable. I keep them on me at all times, and they are generally good for all situations in gaming for casual gamers and, you know, regular hobbyists that want to play something that's got, you know, it's going to get you through 20, 30 minutes, but also give you a little bit of crunch in the head. And I feel like mint control may be one of their best, if not their best, simply because the strategy ramps up a level based on who you're playing with. So this game could strategically be the heaviest just simply off of who you're playing with. The random locations that come out, you'll never have it play out the same simply because, well, there may be a game where you don't have that many points, or there may be a game where there's a lot of points to be had, especially in a 4-player game. You could see a lot of these locations that are 2 and 3 points at the same time. But the lower the points, the more savvy you have to get between these locations. And that is different every time. And depending on who you're playing with, that could be a really crazy tug of war. And I think that is what this game does. It's a very tight game, very, like I said, very tense and tight. So I'll just leave it right there. Hopefully I helped you make a good backing decision today. I can't tell you what to do with your money, of course. I'd like to thank 524 Labs for sponsoring this video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll have a Kickstarter link. And feel free to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. We all do here on the MVM team. And with that, thank you for your time. You have a wonderful day.